Hello, welcome to Homesteading Northwest Florida in regards to the Nissan Titan Fuel line that goes to the fuel pump. Now, here was the old one, right here, and I have some other videos about this, is that the end of this particular line that Nissan had an end that was like this. It had like a double flange on it. I hope you can see that. And that was like molded onto there, onto the nylon line, making it like, it was almost impossible to get that off of there. So I had to cut the steel fuel line. And yeah, here's the end. I mean, it was like kinked, and then this end was all damaged, so I decided to replace it. Well, it's a little bit more difficult than that, since Nissan doesn't make, you know, this like regular, with that, this bubble on here right here makes it not take a regular like press-on fitting. Like here's something from Dorman, which is the part number 800-159, and I got a couple of these tubes, and this 5/16 one, if they just would not have made that flange at the end, we could have, you know, you could have put a regular 5/16 like press-on fitting or something on there, because that length is the same length, which, let me get my caliper. Oh boy, if I can find it. Let's see if I can find a caliper here. Oh, here it is. Let's turn this on. Since we're dealing with metric, we're going to use metric. Millimeters. Okay. Yeah, this flange is like, the distance here I thought was something like 21 millimeters. Yeah, it's like 21 millimeters. So if Nissan hadn't made this flange here at the end, we probably could have just stuck on like some kind of fitting. You know, I don't know why they don't make this normal. But also, I couldn't cut the pipe with the pipe cutters like this. I did cut it eventually, but it wouldn't slip down over those flanges. So I did use a mini pipe cutter, and now it's cut, and I got it prepared here. And I also purchased the Nissan Frontier right here where I got labeled the wrong part. The Titan one is discontinued. The fuel line, that is this part that was all bent up and mangled here. This one for the Titan is discontinued, but the one for the Nissan, where I have wrong part listed here, actually it's the right part. The wrong part is for a Nissan Frontier or Pathfinder, and it has the same exact end, but new and not mangled up. So I have a nylon to steel compression fitting on here, which is this part here. And you know, they like to be, it is the 5/16 one. It is part number 800-135-135 from Dorman, and we'll see if all this stays together and doesn't leak too. And it's the 5/16, which, ooh, 7 to 9 millimeters, when really the fuel line is an 8 millimeter, but with compression, I guess it doesn't really matter what happens here. So now I have this, I had a pipe cleaner in here to see if I could not have anything get in there. And, you know, I just bought this from Dorman too, to see if this diameter was the same, and it is. This compression fitting, here we go, we're going to put it on there. the way we think it needs to go. It's kind of loose on here. You know, it's kind of, you know, I didn't think it was going to be this loose. But the Dorman is about the same diameter. Like, let's take the diameter of this one in millimeters. We're going to zero this out, this caliper. There we go, 0. And what do we got here? We got 8.08. Well, then let's try their Dorman one here. Let's try to hold this. It is 8. It did say 8.08, so it is the same diameter. 5/16 and 8 millimeter are the same thing. 8.09. So I was like, oh, I'll just, you know, I'll find some use for that. Well, also what you could do is you could use a steel to steel fitting and then use a press-on fitting, but that's not how I'm going to do it. So how I'm going to do it here is, here's the fitting. I think that's going to be the way I'm going to go. And I'm going to bolt this on here. All right. Well, thanks for watching. And we're going to see how this all comes together.